From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're underway from Kansas City. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Attack!
A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Hey, 57 colors. Hey, 15.
Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
First, you try to run it. Second, you try to throw it. And both times, you end up behind your own line of scrimmage. Break out the coffee along the sideline. Get everybody a dose of caffeine because one side came to play and the other better wake up.
The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming.
Right. Hey, Sunday. Hey, 43, 15. Right.
Looking to throw Mahomes. His first throw is an interception. And the Dolphins are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Let's go now.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the middle. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Yellow. Attack, attack. 15, 15. Where's it?
Back to throw Mahomes. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's 3rd down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow. Hero 15. Yellow. Hey, 43. Where's it?
To the air, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Hand off to the back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
70 Lions. 19. Warriors 17. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
1st and 10, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Bouncing football. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now a give running right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Here we go. Set. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Receiver in motion, going left. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Okay, ready?
Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Moody knocks it through. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Yellow, yellow. Yellow.
Putting a receiver in motion.
My time.
First down throw, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
I color. My side.
On the option, they give it to Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Tight end going in motion here.
My side.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Line. My side.
Right back to Pacheco. He'll cobble together a yard there. Stopped by Chop Robinson. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking down to 2nd and 9.
Yellow. Yellow.
Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to push one deep down the right.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Hey, 57, 43.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Hey, color. Hey, rip lift. Yellow. Hey, 57.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Brown with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Fits it through the middle. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Sending a receiver left. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. There it is, touchdown Miami! The Dolphins take a second quarter lead. So Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set. First and 10.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Attack, attack. Right side.
Running right is Pacheco. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow. Right side.
They'll run here following the penalty. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, 57, 57. Yellow. 15.
From the 47. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Pass play coming here. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs tie things 10-10. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Rashad White on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. Trying for the deep ball. Go to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Dolphins facing 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Hits his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30. And it'll be first down, Miami.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or dude shredding a defense just like that.
To throw here on first down. Dump off caught by his back. And he's tackled for a short gain. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. Here we go. 2nd and 9. Makes the grab in bounds left side. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said and how long that game was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back now, pressure on its way. It is cut left side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Ready?
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. With only 3 seconds remaining, they're going to bring out that field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Moody knocks it through, and they've taken back the lead. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
From the 39, he lets one fly deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Stopped by Chop Robinson. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Hey, yellow, go. Hey, 15.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Yellow. Attack.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
Play action on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll run now on second down. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. They'll get 6 on the run, but still need twice that now. 3rd and 12 coming up.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball in the right hash, the distance 43 yards. Moody knocks it through. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Third and long for him here. Launches one deep downfield. And they pick him off again. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Go.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
To the air. 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Well, when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Right. Hey, 57 colors. Hey, Sunday. Right side.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Hey, 43, 15. Attack! Right side.
From the 37. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipate.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, Brock, they were obviously more concerned with a pass that wasn't coming. Great decision to hand it off, and an even better running to gallop all the way to the end zone.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to look, right from the playbook, right? That's why you run an RPO. That defense can't be right. You're playing pass? Well, I'll hand it off, and my running back can do the damage.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Eye down these two. What's that?
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Working quickly here.
What's that?
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Yellow. Here go 15. What's that?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And the Dolphins have it once again after yet another interception.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front. Receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Attack, attack! Yellow! Yellow!
Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. First and 10 now from the 30.
15.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Catch is made down the right sideline. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Chiefs have possession, and this final quarter begins with them in a massive hole. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hey, 15.
They send the tight end in motion. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. Throwing this back in the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making the scoreboard look a touch better. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
43.
They send a man in motion. Mahomes throwing for 2. Oh, brother, it's another interception. It's a foot race. He's at midfield. 30. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. So the 2-point call does end up yielding 2 points, but definitely not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
No, I don't think it's the first thing on the audience mind as they get ready to run it, but it's definitely on the defensive mind to make up for the touchdown they just gave up. They're looking for opportunities to affect the score, and this time they were able to.
They're going down swinging. We see here getting ready for an onside kick. And the Dolphins get on that football. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Let's go.
Setting up a throw. He's got a man left. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Set, ready, set, go.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set it.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Ready, go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Taken in by Harrison. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
They'll hand it to him again. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. A solid run, 7 yards on the pickup, and that brings up 3rd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Set. Go check, go check. Hut, hut.
3rd time's the charm, he gets it again. And he gets in, touchdown. The Dolphins continue piling it on here in the 4th. On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead. Out to kick it away, here's Moody. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Line, line. Hey, rip list. Good shot.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Oh no, they get him yet again. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, first and 10.
Yellow. First side.
A give to Pacheco to start the drive. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Line, line. Yellow, yellow. First side.
Pistol now for Mahomes. Getting out to his left, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, rip list. Eye down these two. Eye down these two. Hey, 57, 57. First side.
Another try following the sack. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Attack, attack. Yellow. 15, yellow, 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 yellow. Attack, attack. 15. First high.
Here's Mahomes now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was third and extra long, and now it's fourth and forever.
Hey, yellow, hey, go gun, go gun, go gun. Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. Forced out to his right. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Dolphins nearing their second win in the campaign. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go! Here we go! Here we go!
Now a give left side. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Back to the well again. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards to the pickup. They're going to be left with 4th and 4. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And if we're honest, Brock, you and I could have been making dinner plans well before this one wrapped. An absolute show of force to win this one by the margin they did. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Kansas City.